They said she was cursed, a woman who begged the unseen for a child. And when her cry was answered, the earth itself trembled. But not all gifts come from the gods of light. Some are born from shadows and demand a price no mother should ever pay. Long time ago, in the land of Otumiri, where rivers wound like silver threads through the forests, and the earth itself seemed to breathe with the rhythm of the gods, lived a woman named Nkemdilim, whose name means, "Let me be comforted." But comfort had long fled from her heart. Nkemdilim was beautiful, tall and graceful, with dark skin glowing under the sun. Her hair was tied in a neat bun, and she wore a rich red wrapper around her chest and waist. Coral beads clinked softly with each movement. Her eyes carried the weight of longing and unspoken sorrow. For 7 long years, she had prayed and longed for a child to call her own. On her way to the stream one afternoon, some women whispered behind her back. They said,
7 years and not even one cry of a child in our hearts. A tree that bears no fruit, what use is its shade?
She hears them, but keeps walking, clutching her clay water pot tighter. She's used to people talking about her inability to give birth, like she makes children herself. Her womb was quiet, her prayers unending. Every moon she poured her tears into the earth, begging it to sprout joy within her. She kneels beside a small shrine in front of Allah, the Earth Mother. Praying to her, she said in tears,
Allah, if I have sinned, forgive me. If my blood has offended the spirits, wash it clean. All I ask is a child, even if I must give something in return.
The flame flickers violently as if answering. Her eyes widen, and so the wind carried her plea to the one who waits beneath the water, the one who trades in blood and desire. Rain hisses against the thatched roof. The room is lit by one trembling flame. Nkemdilim sits beside her husband's empty mat, the silence heavy as stone. Her husband, Uchenna, had left for trade seasons ago. His letters stopped coming. Some said he had found another wife across the Niger, but Nkemdilim still waited and prayed. She unrolls a small scroll and touches his handwriting, tears glistening in her eyes. She says,
Said we would raise warriors and daughters. You said.
But hears a sudden knock. She freezes. The knocking continues, slow, rhythmic, like a drum beat on wood. Then she said,
Who is there?
Scared, a woman's voice answers, old and thick as river mud. The one who hears the cries of the barren. Will you open Nkemdilim? The lamp flickers. The voice hums an ancient tune. It sounds like water rippling inside the walls. Some say the spirits walk only when cold, but others know the desperate heart can open doors meant to stay shut. Nkemdilim rises, trembling, and pushes the door open. There is no one outside, just the rain and a faint silver glow in the distance. She steps out, barefoot, into the night. That night, the rain whispered her name, leading her toward the covenant that would birth both miracle and curse. Rain has slowed. Mist drapes the trees like a shroud. The moon, crimson, glows behind drifting clouds. Nkemdilim walks, holding her lantern close, breath shivering. The forest between Otumiri and the river was a place of spirits, where mortals entered as one thing and returned as another. Still, she walked. A shadow slithers across a tree trunk. She stops. Then, the sound of soft singing drifts from her head in a language older than time.
Who sings in the forest at this hour?
She follows the sound. The ground becomes damp, her feet sink into mud. Fireflies swirl like living stars. Suddenly, a figure appears. Dark and powerful feminine presence. Shimmering water skin, eye deep and endless like black pearls. Ornaments of shells and gold. Shifts between beautiful and terrifying, sister to the night, mother to the forgotten. Nkemdilim gasps and said fearfully,
I like it.
You call, and I answer. Alaeke said proudly, her voice echoing. Kneeling, Nkemdilim said in tears,
I beg you, great mother, give me a child. Let me taste the joy other women know.
Alaeke said loudly, Joy sweet, but remember, sweetness needs sacrifice. What will you give? She hesitated but said,
Anything. My tears, my prayers, even my blood.
Alaeke smiles, beautiful and terrifying. Blood is the language the river understands. You will bleed for your child, and when the river calls, she must return to me.
She?
Nkemdilim asked, shocked. Alaeke warned her. Your womb will bear a daughter, half of flesh, half of river. Love her deeply. But when the red strikes, bring her back, or the waters will come for her. Nkemdilim, desperate, nods. And so, under the bleeding moon, a covenant was sealed, not with ink but with blood. Alaeke stretches out her hand. Nkemdilim cuts her palm with a sharp stone. Blood drips into the river water, glowing crimson before dissolving. The goddess's eyes shimmer. Alaeke said, the goddess fades into mist, leaving behind the echo of waves and a faint cry like that of a newborn. Time passed, and Nkemdilim got pregnant. The villagers whispered. Some called it a miracle. Others called it an abomination. One morning, when the rooster crows, Nkemdilim gave birth to a daughter. Villagers gather outside Nkemdilim's hut. Everyone wants to see for themselves. The door creaks open. She steps out weak but smiling. In her arms, a baby wrapped in red cloth. The villagers whispered in awe and fear.
When did this happen?
No man in her hut, yet a child.
She named her Kambili. Nkemdilim said tender and loving to the little baby,
My daughter, my little miracle.
Alaike's shadow lingered, watching from the depths. From her first cry, her voice carried the echo of the river itself, soft yet otherworldly. She was beautiful, too beautiful, with blue eyes that shimmers brightly. Even the earth seemed to hold its breath when she cried. Years passed. Kambili grew into a beautiful, bright, curious girl. Her dark skin glowed in the sunlight, her afro hair full and voluminous. As she grew, so did the whispers. Men dreamt of her. Women feared her. She loves going close to the river, and when she touched the river, the water danced and rippled, petals swelling as if alive. She sings and even the rain seems to answer. And sometimes, when the moon turned red, the river whispered her name. One afternoon, Kambili stands by the river, eyes distant. She was with her mom. She asked her softly. Nkemdilim turns, her face shadowed by fear. She said,
Never go near it, my child. The river takes what it owns.
but the river does not forget, and love cannot be chained forever.